Hello, John from Peter Tyson. The Bowers & Wilkins Px7 S2e have been one of my favourite pairs of headphones since I heard them here at Peter Tyson. So much so, my wife and I have a pair at home that get used a lot. I was very excited when the new Px7 S3 arrived in the studio for me to play with. Links to current prices and availability are down in the video description below, as usual. So, what's changed? Well, the new Px7 S3 has high-performance DSP with dedicated headphone amplifier and DAC built in. That supports a true 24-bit 96 kHz connection. There's Bluetooth 5.3 with aptX Adaptive 2496 and aptX Lossless AAC and SBC. They support USB-C audio up to 24-bit 96 kHz, perfect for some high-res streaming from your laptop while you work and dip in and out of virtual meetings. This is the microphone quality of the Px7 S3. This is what you can expect from team meetings and Zoom calls if you're using them for work. I imagine phone calls will be similar too. I have them cabled with USB. I've also tested it on the phone and it comes across very well. My window is open, there's traffic going past, so hopefully it's suppressing that noise too. There's people wandering past the studio, not being very quiet and banging up and down the stairs. So hopefully this is a good representation of what you can expect. I've got to say the noise cancellation when you listen to music too is top notch for this price of headphone. It's one of the best I've heard in this sort of price range, and it is an improvement on the last model. So ignoring the continuity error of my fresh beard and haircut, I'll pass you back to past John for the rest of the video. With that, there are now 8 microphones instead of 4 that share duties for telephone calls, noise cancelling and transparency modes. In fact, the only internal similarity with the previous Px7 S2e is the two 40mm dynamic biocellulose drivers. Even those have been treated to an upgraded chassis and motor system for improved performance. Mix all of that with up to a quoted 30 hours of battery life and a 15-minute charge that should supply you with 7 hours of playtime. Depending on ANC usage, of course, a new 5-band equalizer in the B&W Music app and a planned future update to support spatial audio. It's apparent that this new model isn't just a lazy cosmetic upgrade with a few minor tweaks. It's hitting hard with a pretty major overhaul of something that was already good in the first place. On the surface, the exterior elements have been nicely upgraded too. The look and feel is still very Bowers & Wilkins. The hinges are still plastic, only the higher Px8 benefit from aluminium, but it still feels sturdy and good quality, whilst being light and comfortable. It is worth noting they do have a slightly stronger clamping force on your head than the Px7 S2e. Part of that may just be the fact that I'm comparing well-worn, trusty headphones with relatively new ones, and I suppose they do give a bit over time. They are ever so slightly slimmer and lighter than the previous Model 2, and thanks to soft memory foam cushions, I've worn them for hours at a time with no issues at all, even while I'm wearing my glasses. They feel secure on your head whilst you move around and just get on with life. The fabric accents a new slightly more square body and chamfered edge with the smaller logo text, whether you choose anthracite black like the ones I have here or the canvas white. I think they just look pretty classy. The hard carry case is nicely finished with the usual compartment for the included nice quality USB-C to USB-C and USB-C to 3.5mm jack cables. What about the sound, I hear you ask? Well, this is obviously just my opinion. It's all I have and everyone is different, and everyone perceives good sound in their own way. It's part of the fun and challenge of discussing hi-fi equipment. I advise you to perhaps use videos like this as a guide, but always listen for yourself if you can. That being said, I really like them. To me, a marked improvement over the previous Px7 S2e. I did quite a lot of A/B listening between the two models, from War of the Worlds, Pink Floyd, my favourite country music, electronic music, even pop and a bit of 80s thrown in. One thing was instantly apparent, regardless of the music, with the EQ on flat, as I test most things, The level of detail on Px7 S3 is quite a step up, and there are things easily noticeable within any given track that are more suppressed in the previous Px7 S2e. The bass is tighter and more precise, but still digs deep down with plenty of slam when your music, game or movie demands it. They are certainly more analytical than their predecessors. They sound just more alive, if that makes sense. It's just Bowers and Wilkins, more akin to their current range of loudspeakers. That's not to say that the previous models are bad in any way. They just have a more laid-back sound in comparison. Out of the box with some recordings, there can be a touch of sibilance at the top end. This calmed down after a good few hours use and can be tweaked to taste with the new 5-band equalizer in the B&W Music app. Already solid call quality is improved. I have to say, probably one of the best transparency modes I've ever heard, especially at this price point. With the mics open, you can talk with confidence of not sounding weird to yourself or shouting. Overall, a very impressive improvement. Still not enough to beat my beloved Px8, but for the price, Px7 S3 should definitely be on your audition list. Want a demo here at Peter Tyson Carlisle where I am? Give us a call. Till then, you'll see me in the next video. Take care.